Hey, thanks for clicking on the video. This is going to be another episode of Reforge Gaming News and a lot of Elden Ring to cover. We've got gameplay of the classes. Thanks to Red Bull Gaming, they uploaded some really good gameplay. We're going to want to check out the Samurai, the Vagabond, the Confessor, the Prisoner. They may upload more today because I just started the stream. It's like 9 a.m. Eastern, and at 10 a.m. Eastern, the review embargoes drop. So there's going to be a lot of Elden Ring information to come over. Usually, at the beginning of the stream, I do like a quick 4 or 5 minute update. I don't have one of those for you today, so let me just give you a rundown of what we're going to do in the stream so you can kind of scroll through if you're watching the VOD and look for the information or the footage that you might be looking for. The first thing we're going to do is just start with basic conversation, asking people who they think they're going to pick, which class. We don't really have enough poll options to do every single one. We may just have people pick between the 4 that we're going to watch today: the Samurai, the Vagabond, Confessor, and the Prisoner. For some reason, the Samurai seems to be getting the most traction, so we're going to start there. That video's got the most views over on Red Bull Gaming, and it also seems to be the one that people are searching for the most. I don't know why that is, but that seems to be the one that's getting the most traction. We're also going to take a look at the others: the Vagabond, Confessor, Prisoner, and just sort of analyze why you might pick one of these. Now, we do have it on good authority. We read through a very lengthy comment from someone yesterday. I pinned that comment about classes because many people are confused, thinking that if they pick a class, they're going to be sort of locked into that class, and it mainly is about your early game. That's why you might pick a class. You're going to pick that class primarily to give you some early game loot as well as some early game stats to sort of help lean you in the direction that you think you're going to go. But it's not like you're going to spend the rest of the game regretting your decision if you suddenly decide you don't really want to be a Vagabond. You'd rather lean closer to like a Samurai style build. That's not something that's going to be preventative because of the way that they build the game. It's mainly for the first couple hours of play. If you're really looking for that late game min-max PvP element that really experienced players look for, you're probably going to pick Wretch or Prisoner, kind of depending on where you're going to lean with your build, because you know what you're going to be doing in the late game. Most people are probably just going to pick Vagabond and roll with it. It's going to feel like that, you know, the soldier that you pick in a shooter or the knight that you pick in an RPG, just the tried and true class that they know is going to sort of get them started and through the game. I myself am going to start with a Vagabond. I'm going to go Sword and Shield. I think that's a fun way to just sort of experience the game for the very first time, stay away from the magic and the range, and just really get into the trenches with the bosses and the various enemies. I really enjoyed my time in Dark Souls 3, and I moved away from Sword and Shield the later I got in the game, and I kind of want to go back there. Now, I read this comment, okay, from Donut. He's a lengthy commenter on my FromSoftware content, and I think this is probably a good comment to read right here at the beginning of this stream, because we're talking about classes today and we're looking at classes, and I want to dispel some notions, because people might be looking like, ooh, which class should I pick, because they're looking for that gameplay. Maybe that's why you picked this stream to watch. So he says, I've tried to alert you to this several times. I've had to stress this, that classes do not matter that much in Souls games. This is not a classic RPG. The reason he's had to stress this multiple times is because I struggled in Dark Souls 3 to really understand what on earth it meant that I picked a class at the beginning. What does that mean for my class going forward? What does that mean for my stats going forward? And Donut's been in my comments ever since trying to be like, that doesn't really matter. Just pick the stats that you want, build the way that you want. He goes on to say, let's just say, for example, you pick Samurai. It comes with, for the purposes of this example, a Samurai Katana. So he's just throwing out an example. We don't really know what it comes with. That's probably a very likely starting piece of loot. He said, let's say there's a Knight class and it comes with the Knight Sword. If you equip the Knight Sword, you are now identical to the Knight class, minus the half a dozen stats that are in different places and the different armor. That's it. Classes are just starter kits. They do not have any real intrinsic qualities. You're not picking gameplay styles when you pick a class. I repeat, this is not a classic RPG class system. All the functionality is in the weapons and the spells. So don't delete your character, right? If you pick a class and you get a couple hours in and you don't like the weapon or you don't like what you've chosen, because just pick a different weapon. You see what he's saying? Like, classes are not locking you in. You're not going to have that paralysis of like, who should I pick? And if I pick someone and don't like them, do I need to go back and completely delete and start over? No, just pick the weapon that you want to use, whichever one feels best. That's one of the things about these games that a lot of people need to embrace is pick the weapon that feels the most comfortable. Okay, don't just pick something because somebody's YouTube guide says to use it. I gravitated away from the Claymore, even though everybody says Claymore is easy clap in Dark Souls 3. I gravitated away from it. I think I ran broadsword most of the game, and I ended the game with a katana. So you don't necessarily need to stay faithful to the class you pick. You don't need to stay faithful to the weapon that you start with, and you certainly don't need to stay faithful to a guide that you might stumble upon on the internet. All right? So if you're watching this as a VOD, I'm going to start talking to chat now. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. Welcome in for more Elden Ring coverage. We're going to get blessed with a lot this morning. We're going to get blessed with a lot of things this morning. In about 45 minutes, the review embargo drops at 10 a.m. Eastern. So we're probably going to have just a bonkers amount of stuff to come over and look at. TJ Rage kicked us off with a $5 tip. Sorry this is irrelevant, but you're my only friend, even if we disagree. But I just got promoted at my job. I'm crying as I send this. Yo! TJ, congratulations, man. You know what's funny? It seems that the corner and the hinge of time is starting to turn for a lot of people right now. Like, things are just starting to move in the right direction. People are getting promoted. We're over here kicking absolute tail on YouTube. Yesterday was nuts. I went back and looked at the numbers. I was like, what happened yesterday with our coverage? It was crazy. So thank you guys so much. Those of you that are longtime subs and supporters or very new subs and supporters, thank you for your trust and your daily patronage, your daily listenership. I greatly appreciate it. Yesterday was just absolutely crazy. Yo, what's good, Feed? I see you in the chat. I'm getting sponsorship email offers and stuff. We're going to start having to do like momentary product placement. I'm working on some contracts and stuff. It's going good. It's going good, and we're really, really appreciative. None of this would be happening if it wasn't for you guys tuning in every day. So do me a favor. There's a ton of you here already. Smash that like button. We don't even have 100 likes yet, so don't be lazy bones. I know it's early in the morning, but take a sip of that coffee and then smash the like button. Make sure you're on live chat. Say good morning to everybody. Make sure you greet the chat, even if you're a lurker. We all love to see those good morning messages in the chat. And yes, reviews are today in about 45 minutes. Now to kill time, we wanted to take a look at some gameplay, okay? They've got 4 classes of gameplay over on Red Bull Gaming. They did this little thing, this levels, Red Bull levels, and they wanted to give us a glimpse at some gameplay. And so we're not going to need the audio, okay? We're just going to kind of see some of the gameplay here. So let's just get started with Prisoner. Prisoner's the first one they show off. He's the one that's wearing that goofy mask. And this is the class that is the, like, next to Wretch. I think a lot of people that want a stripped down starting build are going to pick Prisoner. I believe you're going to pick Prisoner if you want a stripped down build, and you're going to lean toward Magic. Obviously, people in chat can chime in if they think I'm wrong on this. But if you're wanting a starter kit that's more stripped down, that leans toward Magic, I think people are going to be picking the Prisoner for that. Over the Wretch. What's good, Aunt Sally? How are you? Wait, reviews today? Yeah, review embargoes drop in 45 minutes, so keep it here for Elden Ring coverage. We'll be checking out those things today. And then, so they start in their little studio here, and so I think he shows... Yeah, he's got his name's Simon here, and he's got his prisoner. He made his prisoner extremely ugly with, like, long old man hair, looking like a senior citizen roaming the countryside. There he is. He heard me talking about him. I'm just kidding. This is not live. So he gave himself sort of a dwarvish look with he gave himself like fuzzy hair and a big old giant nose. So what he's going to do, I don't know if he's going to engage in much combat. They may just do a lot of exploring. If If you want a more stripped down learning towards magic, you would pick Astrologer. Okay, so Barrier is saying you'd pick Astrologer if you want stripped down for magic. I'm going Prisoner for dexterity and intelligence, says Justin. Yeah, let us know in chat. What are you going to pick and why? What is this footage? So Red Bull Gaming has 4 classes of gameplay up on a playlist right now. They've got Prisoner, they've got Confessor, they've got Vagabond, and they've got Samurai. I said we were going to start with Samurai. Apologies. I figured we would start with Prisoner. I'm just going to kind of watch them in order. If you're watching the VOD, we'll try to do timestamps for you in the description if I remember to go back and do it. Might go Wretch. I'm going to go either Vagabond or Confessor. Elden Bling all the way. I'm going to pick Samurai, Confessor for a Paladin-type build. Whatever class is best for Battle Mage. I forget which one's best for Battle Mage. We read it the other day. Is it the shoot. We were looking at them and it was literally described as like if you want to do a sword magic build. I forget who it was. Was it just the knight? Is it called a knight? No, it's something else. There's one that they literally described as that. Vagabond, a couple of Vagabond. Prisoner is best for Battle Mage. Is Prisoner the one that they said would be good for sword and magic? Is that what they said? I remember I thought it would I thought it was going to be another one and I was wrong. Spell Sword description was Prisoner. Thank you, Arch Enigma. So yeah, if you're going for Spell Sword, you're going to want to pick Prisoner, which is what Mr. Simon here from Red Bull is playing as in this footage that we're using. Yo, it's good, Takashi. I boot up my PS5, small patch automatically installed. Wonder why. There was a patch for Horizon Forbidden West as well. We'll be diving back into that later. Surely I'm not the only person who thinks it's strange for a game that looks this good to still have PS3 looking foliage. Well, sometimes I think foliage comes down to number one, we're watching a not super high resolution. So here, if we pause it here, I think maybe what you're saying is a little bit false. I don't think PlayStation 3 had foliage that looked that good. There's a lot of independent pieces and leaves and stuff. And again, we're watching a stream of a stream of a stream. Like this is a stream that they recorded. I am streaming it and showing it to you through capture. So this is a terrible way to show off the intricate details of the game. Tune in on Thursday and Friday when I'm playing, and you might get a better version. That's another great example. Let's take a look here at him sitting down here. Specifically speaking, that's actually pretty good looking foliage. I think that looks acceptable for an open world RPG game. I don't think it looks bad I certainly don't think it looks bad. It certainly isn't the focus of the game. So here he's going to take a look at his levels. I've got it paused here. He's level 11. And he's got his vigor at 12, mind at 12, endurance and strength are both at 11. He's got his dex at 14 and intelligence at 15, faith at 6, and arcane at 9. So a similar build, a similar build to what somebody in chat just said they were going to do. It's all completely a ghost, though. He walks straight through compared to the world in general. It just seems so fakey. Well, and to be clear, open world games have different philosophies on player impact on the world. Sometimes it's super important. If you've been watching me play Horizon Forbidden West, every blade of grass I touch or brush by moves in relation to the player. Not every game is going to do that. This game is certainly not going to, right? Are you going to 4K for display or 60 FPS for performance? I always go 60 FPS for performance. That's just how I'm wired. I do not like 30 frames per second. So let's see what he decides to invest in. He considered vigor, but he's going to go with intelligence. Okay. 60 FPS affects. I think it affects the fights. It affects the immersion, the fluidity. I can't imagine playing a game like this and not going for 60 FPS. So, if you've never been here before, let me pause the gameplay here. If you've never been here before, welcome on in. Name of the channel is Reforge Gaming. Everybody calls me Lono. Usually I'm full screen like this, and we're having hot debates and discussions about gameplay and different things, but we're taking a look at some gameplay from Red Bull Gaming. They've got their Prisoner, Vagabond, Confessor, and Samurai. We're going to be looking at all the different footage of what they decide to do in the early game. That's when the classes actually matter the most, so if you're curious about that. Also, every Friday is dubbed From Friday around here for FromSoftware games, so make sure you're subscribed with that bell button pressed. Smash the like button. Another strong start to the day. And in about 40 minutes, the Elden Ring review embargo drops, and we'll take a look at those as well. There's probably some good stuff in there, all right? Let's take a look at what Simon does here over at Red Bull Gaming, and tried to lean over the edge there. Is looking to see, and his map is pretty small. I wonder if that's because he hasn't explored much. It's probably how it was. How you cope with the bosses are as hard as the last boss in Sekiro? I don't know. I mean, I'll press on. I mean, if I've proven anything, is that I'm not a quitter. Even if it means 5 hours of a brutal boss fight, I'll press on. And an early death for Simon, falling. Maybe that was an area he wasn't supposed to go. I'm not super sure. Okay, multiplayer movement limits. Let's just read the hint here on the screen. During multiplayer, you can only explore a limited area. Areas beyond those limits are blocked off with the wall of light. They will be accessible again after multiplayer ends. I'm assuming, we got a great freeze frame on Simon there. I'm assuming that's if you invade somebody, you can't just go wandering, you know what I mean? Wandering around. Good to hear, great reply. Yeah, I mean, let's be clear. I don't think every single boss in this game is going to be as tough as Ishin. I think Ishin is one of the few bosses out there that makes people question their skill and ability. You know what I mean? There were a couple people that said they weren't sure they'd be able to beat him when they were playing him. Wall of Light, Battle Royale confirmed. Yeah, I'm just waiting for them to say that Wall of Light starts shrinking and kills you or whatever. Can we beat up the horse like Larry in Red Dead? Oh, you mean Richard? I don't know if you can punch your mount. I think it's like a cow. I don't think it's a horse, but in any case, he's going to sit down here again, I guess, to unlock it maybe? I don't know. So we're looking at prisoner gameplay early on. Hopefully we could see more than that. I'm not really sure what his strategy is here. Let's scroll forward a little bit. Hang on. There's another clue. Status: blood loss. When the blood loss gauge is full, you will hemorrhage blood. This causes a large amount of damage relative to your maximum HP. The higher your robustness, the longer it takes for the hemorrhage gauge to fill. I don't know why he's not a prisoner without the helmet. Yeah, you don't have to wear the helmet. I'm not sure what he's trying to do. Like, go get in a fight, brother. He's just falling into a ditch. I want to see this guy get into some fights. We're just going to scroll forward here. Like a classic Dark Souls player, avoiding everybody. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Let's see what kind of metal he has. These are usually pretty tough fights. The guy's got 60 health points to his name. He hasn't attacked Simon yet. He hit Simon with, looks like some bleed damage. Bloody Finger Hunter Yora was summoned. So I believe this is an invasion. Yep, this is an invasion. Bloody Finger, I believe, is used. Is that the one used for a duel? So it looks like he's summoned somebody to help. Yo, look at the samurai, though. That hat is so dope. Oh, man. Look how long the samurai sword is. Dude, the weapon arts on the samurai, on the katana, that looks so slick. Very, very slick. Getting some assistance here from a partner, it seems. Man, it's gonna be really hard not to pick samurai just for the. Well, I mean, it doesn't really matter, but again, just for the maybe some of the starting outfits that you can get your hands on. I don't know. Yeah, the samurai garb and the samurai sword is really, really nice. So summoning other players. Okay, let's read this. Used Furl Calling Finger Remedy to reveal summon signs of players from other worlds. Gold signs indicate an ally. Red signs indicate an adversary. The multiplayer session will begin once either type has been summoned. You will take the role of host of the host of fingers. So, there you go. He's talking to somebody. Let's see if we can scroll forward and find some more action here from the prisoner. If you're just tuning in, we're checking out Elden Ring classes today. Red Bull Gaming has Confessor, Prisoner, Vagabond, and Samurai. So we're checking out the Prisoner right now. In about 30 minutes, the Elden Ring review embargo will be dropping, and we'll be checking that out. So thank you so much for being here. Make sure you're pressing subscribe. Make sure you're smashing the like button. All of those things support the channel for free. Game looks easy. Everybody says it's harder than Dark Souls 3. I mean, anybody says it looks easy. He's in an early area and he tag teamed an invasion. So let's not get ahead of ourselves. Aggro splitting an invasion is pretty much easy mode. That's not going to be a common theme, I would not think. So is he going to fight this tentacle brain? No, he's not. Come on, Simon, fight somebody, bruh. Oh, there's a bunch of them down here. He's got an idea, I think, of where he wants to go. I'm going to scroll forward a little bit more, see if we can't get this guy in an actual fight. You would think if you're going to show off prisoner gameplay, you would do more than ride around, brother. You got to go get into fights. People want to see what your early build looks like. Like, you got an offhand casting, it looks like. And then you got your main hand sword. You can switch offhand to a shield. He's messing with his equipment. There he goes. He's putting his helmet back on. Mr. Bill! Oh, no! Okay. Oh, here we go. Come on, bro. No fear in the dojo. Here we go. Go in and fight the wolf. Oh, he used magic on it. All right, let's rewind here. So he sees a wolf. He summons this little thing, and I think it shoots for him. Yeah, it shoots and tracks for him. That wolf is down. Here we go. Come on, man. Let's get in some fights. Okay, he's summoning again. He's got two wolves this time. One hop this time. And the wolf just doesn't even aggro. The wolf was bewildered, it seems. All right, here we go. Some more wolves in the cage. In the cave, I should say. That one looks a little bit bigger. Yeah, a little bit bigger, a little bit stronger. Come on, bro. Ooh, it's dark when he puts the torch away. Oh, I understand. He has to keep that torch out to see. So he's torching his right, and he's summoning with his left. Got it. This is looking pretty normal stuff for magic runs. Yeah, avoiding all fights. Avoiding fights and staying back. Yeah. That sounds about right. He can't see with the... Oh, here we go. Let's see what he can do. I would at least swing the torch once or twice just to see if these guys take a little fire damage, you know? How about a little fire scarecrow? Well, if you're just tuning in, we're checking out Elden Ring class gameplay. Red Bull Gaming's got a couple of classes up. We'll be checking out the review embargo dropping here too in about 30 minutes. Make sure you're subscribed to the channel. Make sure you've got that like button smashed. Late game katanas always rock. Yeah, I liked my katana in Dark Souls 3 at the end. A lot of people tuning in this morning. Thank you so much for being here. A lot of new subs as well. Let me pause the gameplay. I am a Safe for Work broadcaster. Usually I'm in this scene. What you're doing is subscribing to essentially video game radio. So here at Reforge Gaming, Monday through Friday, we're doing a talk show like this, covering and debating games and gaming news. A lot of FromSoftware coverage. We've been covering Lost Ark, Halo, Horizon Forbidden West. We're going to plug away at that this afternoon. So make sure you're subscribed. I'll be in your YouTube sub feed all week, covering all kind of different gaming topics. A lot of people throw me on in the background, kind of like a podcast. And because I'm safe for work, they can do that in confidence. I'm telling you, Lono, go Samurai if you're pulling that direction. You'll love the game so much more. You think do that instead of going sword and board, man? I wanted to go sword and board, but I think I should go Samurai. Samurai seems to also be the class everyone's searching for. I don't know why. So we're looking at some early game footage here of a prisoner. He's got his, getting surprised in the bush here. See, that's what I said. Swing that torch, you dum-dum. He's taking so much unnecessary damage. They die from 2 hits. The casting time on this is a little long. It's not bad when they're far away, but when they're up in your face, man, you gotta swing. Swing, better. Swing. And so he's swapping some things around here. So now he's going to go Torch and Sword. Torch and Sword. Sounds like a good name for a bar where a lot of men hang out. Welcome to the Torch and Sword. I'm sorry. That was... He's getting double teamed now by a couple of wolves. Thanks for saving me. Oh, he's done. He's done for right here. Oh, down he goes. Victor Mayhem with 11 months of membership. Another double dip milestone. Love you, bro. We're cooking with gas. We cooking with gas, baby. Almost a year. Thank you, Victor. I thought this guy said he was safe for work, man. You got me. I like that joke, Reforge, so I subbed. Thank you. What a player. Hey. Listen, this is good gameplay to watch. Do you want to know why? Because this is going to be a ton of people's first FromSoftware game, okay? So if you're going to try to run an early Magic build, pay the frick attention to what this man's going through, okay? If you're not an experienced player, you're signing up for a very gimped way to play a little bit. You know, you gotta know what you're doing. He's getting pwned by some wolves, bro. Dude, don't say pwned. Let's see here. I'm checking to see if we've sold any coffee yet today, guys. Don't forget, how much coffee do we have left on the Frickmas blend? How much? What are we down to? Why is the what the frick? Oh, I got it to work. 29 left in stock. We're down into the final 20. Praise the sun, fellow Tarnished. Our hollowing is at an end. Yo, Ashton with a $5 tip. Thank you. A membership coming in from Melrose Mike. 14 months. Morning, Lono. Thank you. You know the game is good when the embargo lifts before the game releases. Ain't that right, Scotty? Ain't that right? They're so confident in this game, bro. They're so confident. If you've never been here before, thanks for being here this morning. We're checking out early gameplay of the Prisoner. We'll also be checking out the Vagabond, the Confessor, and the Samurai. And the embargo on the reviews drops in like 26 minutes. Holy moly, the viewership. Thank you for being here. What is happening? I got to talk to y'all. If you just tuned in, I'll go back to the gameplay in a second. If you just tuned in, this is Reforge Gaming. Everyone calls me Lono. If you're enjoying the content, we do a talk show like this Monday through Friday. Variety gaming news coverage. We've been covering Horizon Forbidden West, Elden Ring, Halo, Lost Ark. Anything you could think of, really. All right? And I'm safe for work. People throw me on in the background of their day like video game radio, so you can subscribe in confidence. Treat me like a podcast all throughout the week. Thanks for being here. Yo, Detonator with half a year. Morning, Lono. Have a great day. Yo, thanks for half a year of support. If you guys have never done a membership to a channel before, you can consider doing that. Hit the join button or use the join command in chat. It's kind of like, subbing over there on that purple platform. You're going to get a badge. You're going to get emotes. You're going to get increased access in my Discord. It's because of Elden Ring. The Souls Cult supports its own. Listen, you guys have been very, very welcoming to me from Software community. I love you. Seriously. I'm a new convert. I just recently beat Dark Souls 3 and Sekiro for the first time, and you guys have been lovely. Like, you guys have been absolutely lovely. You guys can get a little persnickety, you can get a little snippy, but at the same time, you're very helpful and committed. You're committed. You loved my shirt. Yo, Asian Slick Slaya coming with a membership, man. We're trying to get to 500 members. Thank you for a new membership. Enjoy the dope badge and emotes, brother. Yeah, if you like my shirt, let me just pause here. If you like my shirt, my Legend of Zelda shirt, this shirt comes from 80s Tees. We are sponsored by them. Use the shirt command, and you can use my code LONO, and get 30% off anything over there. They got Marvel, Star Wars, video games, anything you can think of. Is it Friday yet? I know, right? Let's get the channel to 1,000 viewers for today. Yeah, that'd be nuts. Just no live event, nothing. Just playing and hanging out, watching gameplay. You guys are nuts. Please play Bloodborne. I'm waiting for an update, brother. I'm waiting for an update. I can't play 30 FPS games. I know Bloodborne's a work of art, but I can't play a 30 FPS game, dude. I can't do it. I've been lurking here for a while. Hype for Elden Ring. Thanks for keeping me fed. Love your enthusiasm. Thank you, Reagan. I appreciate that. I tell you, I get like, I don't know. I get really, really pleased and happy when I see brand new names in chat say stuff like that. You might not think anything of that compliment, but it means the world that I've been, just grinding it out in the trenches over here. And when I see new people say that, it means a lot because we put in a lot of work into the show. I think I'll start with Samurai because Katana. Don't expect to avoid death either. Vagabond would be good for newbies. He's got a long halberd, shield, sword, and quicker swipes at a decent balance of defense and offense. Yeah, I think a lot of people are going to start with Vagabond when they're new, for real. Would anyone recommend a Dark Knight build? Like a two-handed heavy medium armor and sorcery faith? Yeah, I don't know. We've not played, Morning from a lurker. Morning, Martini Glass. So many new subs coming in. I want to answer some of the subs questions because I think I saw one from someone named Saxboy. Says, fellow Tarnish, can you suggest me a good class for beginners? Yes, Vagabond. Yes. If you're a beginner, just go with Vagabond. Trust your sword and your shield and get the basics down. That's my recommendations to you if you're brand new to the game. Don't try and do some quirky magic build. Don't be a wretch or a prisoner. Those are for people that are a little bit more experienced. This will be my first Souls game. Do you think this will be first-timer friendly? According to Miyazaki, more people are going to beat Elden Ring than all of the former FromSoftware games. It is still going to punch your teeth out, okay? You have to understand. You have to understand that. More approachable, yes. More accessible, yes, they've said that. There's more solutions to problems and different builds and different things you can try. If you're having trouble in an area, leave the area, go level up and come back. Why? Because it's open world, okay? But that doesn't mean you will not get just absolutely knuckle busted across the jaw. This game is going to be very, very hard, okay? If that's okay, then get in and have a ball, okay? This is basically going to be like Breath of the Wild and Skyrim had a baby, and then the devil taught it how to fight. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's going to be absolutely tough, but it will be more accessible. Miyazaki did say that he knows this will be the one with the most completions. That's what he said. You were made for this. The voice, the enthusiasm, the passion for games, the knowledge is truly the equivalent of video game talk radio. Thank you, Corey. I appreciate that. So now he's fighting some bats. Ooh, he fell. Okay, he's okay. He's okay. He's in a tough spot. All right, he's gonna heal up. He's gonna hide in the water. Come on, Simon. Show us what you're made of, bro. Show us what you're made of, man. Harder than Sifu? I don't want to. Sifu's got issues, in my opinion. I think Sifu lacks player feedback, and it's one of the reasons it's so freaking hard. All right, he got that one. He's doing real quick, like, fencing swipes. What kind of a sword would you call that he's using? Is it a rapier? Get that off the screen, bro. Okay, there we go. You better watch out. I've not watched this footage. I have not watched this footage. As I was saying, you better watch out. Homie just rolls off the... Oh, brother. That's too good. That was so good. Come on, man. Get back in the ring, Simon. Get back in the ring, bro. So this footage is coming from Red Bull Gaming. We'll take a look at some of the other classes as well. We'll give this one more run. We'll see if Simon can't have a successful run, and then we'll go check out Samurai. I know a lot of you are wanting to see Samurai. If you're enjoying my coverage, we just had a huge spike in viewership, so I want to greet people. Welcome on in. This is Reforge Gaming. Everybody calls me Lono. variety gaming news coverage Monday through Friday, and I am safe for work. People treat me like a podcast, so you can subscribe in confidence, throw me on in the background of your day. Every Friday is From Friday. I'm a new FromSoftware convert, just recently beat Dark Souls 3 and Sekiro, so thank you for welcoming me to the FromSoftware community. Thanks for being super dope. All right, let's get back to the gameplay and see what Simon can do here. I thought they had more capable people in the event. I'm telling you, I know where you're coming from, but I think this kind of gameplay is actually extremely helpful. I do, all right? Sekiro is easy compared to Souls. I think the exact opposite. I think Dark Souls 3 is freaking easy clap compared to Sekiro. Like, Sekiro has bosses in it that made me question if I was like, I don't know if I can do this. Dark Souls 3, I was like, I can beat this guy. Just give me a second. I think I beat most Dark Souls 3 bosses in under 10 tries. In under 10 tries. It was my first Souls game to play to completion. Sekiro's just parry simulator. No, I don't agree. You're welcome to have your own opinion about it. It feels really reductionist to say that. It feels too simplified. I know why you're saying it, but I don't find it to be accurate. I find it to be too simplistic view of the game. He just keeps forgetting about the double wolf pounce. Come on, bro. Sekiro's calling your name, Simon. You need a game where you're not in the dark. Oh my gosh. He got his heel off. He's fighting in the dark now like a true champion. Like a true champion of the dark. Oh, that's it. All right, let's get different gameplay here. Simon is just, he's on the early game struggle bus, and the reason I'm telling you I think that footage is helpful, that's going to be your experience if you're newer to the game. So laugh as much as you want at poor Simon's plight. Many people are going to have that experience. Hang on, let's go here. Let's watch the samurai. I just had a boss fight. Dadgummit, and I scrolled off of it. Hang on a second. That's not a boss. Here we go. I'm gonna give you a boss fight here from Chuzo. So let's see how the samurai does in a boss fight. Again, this is Red Bull Gaming footage over on their channel. And we got a samurai against Margit. Marguerite. This is supposed to be a feast. Ooh, he's using those heavies. Now, there's a great video out there that says you're playing Elden Ring wrong. And it talks about, ooh, she's spry. Look at that, little spry little hops. And it talks about how in this game, the heavy attacks are actually worth doing because there's an invisible posture bar that you're kind of whittling down. And this boss in particular, the guy said, it really changed for him once he started focusing on that invisible posture bar. So you can see, yeah, Katana, when he was sitting at a fire, he looked a lot like Jin from Tsushima. Yeah, he's going for the posture bar. He's going for that posture bar. Getting about 130 every heavy. So he's going behind. Opted that time to just do 2 quicks. So he's using the angles to get behind to wait for the full combo to finish. Because it seems if he doesn't wait, she tracks or he tracks, whatever, until the final frame of the animation that they'll track and turn on him. Those little spry hopbacks are nice. There she goes. Oh! Took the bait. He took the bait, got greedy. I call those follow-ups. I don't probably use FromSoftware lingo. I call those follow-ups. When they do a big swing or a medium swing and then they follow it up with a quick. I freaking hate that because you're not expecting it, right? You think you have a window and an opportunity and they do this follow-up swing. Okay, so there's a jumping slam. Margit. The Fell Omen. Okay, here we go. An opportunity for... Oops. No, that follow-up is brutal. Oh, here comes the hammer. Woo-wee! He rolls through it. Good use of iframes. All right, all right, all right, all right, all right. Here comes the... Yes, 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 yes. See, now I'm seeing it. Now I'm seeing it. It's a dash, slam down, throw, and then another throw, and then here comes a big slam. Get behind for a big one. Ah, he messed that up. He could have got a big hit there. Could have got a big hit. So the slam, the ground impale and that sword summon is very, very... Ooh, that could have been bad. That could have been the end of Chuzo. Ooh, the combination of range is so... Here comes another one. Here comes another one. Yep, I knew it. I knew it. Here comes the hammer slam. So when Margit impales the ground, there's a sword throw followed by sometimes another sword throw. There you... Oh, that one hurt. I thought that was a good opportunity for a big one, and then there was a very, very broad swing. There's that, and here comes the follow-up. So it seems like after, and here comes the hammer. Oh, yes, get behind. So he's going for death by 1,000 paper cuts now. He's a little skittish on the heavy swings. He doesn't want to do the heavy swings anymore. There's one. That was a good one. We'll see if he doesn't get an actual posture break on Margit. If you're just tuning in, watching Samurai gameplay against Margit from Red Bull Gaming, see, he's skittish now. He was more confident in the beginning on those heavies, and now he's not doing them. Okay, that's going to be a ground swing. No, that's a different ground slam. You better heal, bro. He's out of heals, I think. Oof, oof, oof. Oh, golly. He's a one-tap. He is a one-tap. Ooh. Roll under. Roll under. That is so tricky. It's Margit, not Margit. Margit. Oh. Not bad. That wasn't bad, though. I mean, I don't know if that was his first time in there. If that was his first time in there, got him to about 45% on the health, I think he should have more committed to the early strategy. I think he should have committed to the early strategy of rolling under and going for heavy and breaking that posture. Going right back in. I love these save points. This is exactly what I want to see. Let me pause it. I'm gonna make you wait just a second so I can talk to you. If you're new and you've never been here before, slam that subscribe button. I'm a Safe for Work broadcaster doing video game talk show just like this all week long. I am safe for work, so people treat me like a podcast. So I'll be in your sub feed. You can subscribe all week. A poll. I don't even know what we would ask. Let me just go back to the gameplay and I'll think of a poll. Do me a favor and smash the like button as well, all right? And the review embargo drops in like 12 minutes. It's just a guy's style of playing, but he doesn't make the game look very fun to play. Well, okay, so a lot of what you need to do in a fight like this is observation. So you hear me calling out the animations and the flurries, right? What I do is I create my own little lingo for the fight. I don't know if you guys do this. I create my own little lingo for the fight. So I'm like, okay, ground impale, sword summon, throw, hammer swing, like hammer slam, right? I know that's a combo that Margit's going to do, all right? So, and this one here is a perfect opportunity to get behind into a heavy because look how long Margit's down from the slam. That's a huge opportunity for damage, and he's not capitalizing. Here's another opportunity for damage, and he doesn't take it. So he rolls, and he's scared because of that sword summon. He's really scared to commit to damage because that sword summon, it's easier when you're not playing, by the way, to see these things. Way, way easier. Starting class poll. I mean, there's only 4 options I can put on the poll. Should we just do the 4 from today? See, there we go. He needs to focus on that maneuver right there. Choose his opportunities and go for big hits. Right here. That was another opportunity for a big hit, and I think he kind of got a medium. It looked like a medium. There's a summon throw. Is Elden Ring their first poll if it's their first FromSoftware game? Oh, yeah, that's good. Elden Ring. If you're playing, will this be your first FromSoftware game? Yes or no? Let's make it easier. Elden Ring release date. First timer or veteran? Are you a first-timer, or are you a veteran of the franchise? That says fist-timer. That's not what we want to say. And then I'll have an option for not playing. There you go. There you go. Over 900 people here. Wow. Thank you guys for such a huge turnout today. Okay, so there is a deeper ground impale that he does. Okay, that's a... This is something that may only show up in phase 2. I don't know. That big sword swing, though, Margot's gonna be full of surprises, it seems. So it looks like Margot's gonna punish you for too much range and just chuck those swords at you. Here comes a big slam, big opportunity for damage on that posture bar. Chuzo still a little hesitant to commit to large damage flurries. Ooh, he got chin clapped there. You got to back up, dude. You got time to heal. You got time to heal. That's a long animation. Oh, he must be out of heals already. Oh, that tail swing is tough. So it's okay. So it seems Margot also veteran. I've only beaten Dark Souls 2 and 3. I'd say you're a veteran. You've been playing. Not having a solid block with a two-handed weapon makes it very difficult to get repos going since you take damage from blocking with two-handed weapons. Hesitation is defeat. Hesitation is defeat. Right? Not a first-timer, not a vet too. Oh, I'm sorry. We don't have good spectrum on the poll. I didn't consider people that this might be like their second game. Yeah, so just personally from a strategy perspective, I feel like what he needs to do is lean on the heavies to get Margot's posture down. So this here is an opportunity. That was an opportunity. Well, maybe not because once that sword comes out, there's usually a double. Yep, that's a good one. That's a good one. Got greedy. He got greedy. You can't get greedy. Once you land that heavy, you got to get out. You got to get out. You're not getting two. There's no way. There you go. There you go. There's another one. The other thing he could consider doing is his jump. I've heard that jump attacks also help work on their invisible posture bar. Okay, this is an opportunity. No, that's not an opportunity. That's right. So when he swings the magic, he might do a jump throw. Oh, good angle. Really good angle there. But that tail, you got to watch that tail. He doesn't let you just hang out back there. There you go. You see, he's getting greedy. He keeps going for the second one. I only beat Sekiro, so I'm supposed to be so I suppose I'm a newbie. Why is the posture bar invisible? It's just how they did it in this game. You don't know where their posture is. This is a huge opportunity for damage. I'd say you're a veteran if you've beaten a single one. Yeah, for the sake of the poll, we're kind of creating a false dichotomy of you're either a first-timer or a veteran. I know that's a bit of a false dichotomy, but still. Man, Chuzo. Man. Chuzo having a hard time here. I give him credit for facing him just melee. I'd be using all my resources, shield, summons, etc. Yeah. What is poise, by the way? I can't understand that term. Somebody can better explain it than me. Poise is like how many times you can be hit or before you like go flying back. I think. Did we just scream to a 12.3? Oh my gosh, what is happening? Thank you for all the new subs today. Jiminy Christmas. Good. This here is your opportunity for lots of damage. The big jump plunge where he's like crouched on the ground. Yep, there's another one. There's another one. Good job. That was actually a really, really good volley of damage. Can't get greedy. This one here, and then get out. Oh, no. Good choice. He got punished for it, though. Yeah, poise helps you from getting staggered, right? Okay, this is going to be a jump back throw. Yep. So you start memorizing the animations, and you know what's coming. Here comes a big pound. Ooh, he's tricky. He's tricky. Margot's tricky with that, dude. Early roll. He rolled early both times. That's so hard. Yeah, review embargo is going to drop in 5 minutes. Two bigs. Not bad, not bad. He's got to watch out, though. Opportunity for a big and some follow-up, but you got to get out of there. Nice. Still got some heals left. This one's going well. Here comes the big slam. Now get out of there. There you go. Much better. Here comes the big hammer slam. Go in. Get out of there. He's going to do a big swing. Okay. Kind of a reset. Ooh, two throws. Here comes the slam. Big opportunity for damage. Big swing. What do I think the review scores will be? Very high. Very high. Big opportunity for damage right here. Oh, he hesitated. He keeps hesitating. You can't hesitate on those. Here comes the volley. Yeah, that's a tough volley right there. It's like 3. Tail swing for defense. Yeah, there's that volley. That's a 4 swing. Jiminy Christmas. Jiminy Christmas, bro. So he's changing up his moveset. Ooh, that uppercut is rough. Here comes the 2 swing from the sword. There's the big swing from the hanger. And here comes 2 throws. And here comes the big jump. Okay, he's once again, like, he gets a little rattled and he gives up on the heavy swings. And I think that's a giant mistake. I think he was probably close to getting that posture bar down. You foresee some contrarian scores based on accessibility? That's fine. He's all out of heals. So here we go again. One mistake, and there it is. There it is. If you guys are new, hit subscribe, hit the bell button, hit the like button. Take our poll at the top of the chat. Cannot wait to cover this game with you, talk with you. Thanks for chilling and being dope. Got to use those parries. This is a fairly straightforward fight. There's just a lot of... He's just doing a lot of misreads. He's misreading really, really big damage moments. Like right here, as soon as he sees that big windup, he should know that this is a big damage moment. That's a big damage moment. You should be doing all kind of swinging there. Like really get in there, bro. The big windup is such a clue. Now, that was a half wind-up, so here comes the yellow swing. So it's like, here comes the 2 throws. Oh, no, he didn't do the 2 throws. And here comes that, yeah. So he does a little bit of a fake-out on that ground plunge. And here comes, ooh, see, Margot's got some moves we've not seen quite as much yet. There's the uppercut, and here comes the big slam. Another big opportunity for damage. Roll underneath. Swing again. Samurai is stagnant without using his bow. Ooh, he's got a running flurry. Game of the year likely. I've continued to say I think this is game of the year. It's their game of the year to lose, personally. Jiminy frick. Now that's the trick. Yeah, that's the trick plunge. He does a medium plunge when then he gets out the yellow. Roll under and swing again. Oh, maybe not. That jump back might be too fast. Two throws. Here comes a big wind up, big damage moment. Ah, he double queued his roll. See, I wonder if one of the strategies of Margot is going to be to keep Margot against this edge so he can't jump back. See, that jump back mitigates. Here comes a big leap. Big damage opportunity here. He should be coming up into that heavy. He should be coming up into that heavy. Here comes the yellow. No. That was the big swing. So when he does the impale with lifting his leg. Reviews are live. All right, hang on. Let me check my Twitter feed. We'll start pulling them up. Do. He's trying to be flashy. I don't think he's trying to be flashy. He's in a good spot now. He's in a good spot. He's full health. Margit's half health, and he's got 2 heals to his name. All right. We got IGN's first. We got IGN's review first. I'm not going to pull up their reviews and watch them. That's a little unfair. Why is that link not working? This IGN link that they've tweeted is not taking me to the article. Error not found. I'm trying to pull the reviews up, guys, but I think because of the embargo, a lot of these sites have it on a timer and it hasn't cleared yet. Here's the Gamer's review. All right, we'll pull the Gamer's review up first. Sorry, Chuzo. Looked like you were going to die again anyway. All right. Let's do this. Okay. Elden Ring review, a modern masterpiece that surpasses all expectations. FromSoftware has crafted the most enthralling open world experience in recent memory. All right. Elden Ring is a triumphant exercise in fantastical misery. The Lands Between is a landscape defined by its own hopelessness, a splintered kingdom that has long fallen victim to death and decay, with only a few unfortunate souls still clinging on to life. All in the realm feels lost, so when we step out of the darkness to restore order, the task before us appears insurmountable. We are a small, frail soul in a world dominated by tyrannical rulers and grotesque creatures beyond compare. Each step forward could be our last, a testament to our own futility as we bat away oncoming soldiers while scaling battlements or flee from spiders, crawling amidst underground caverns. The vibe is very bad indeed, but even the bleakest of ultimatums cannot stifle the curiosity this game instills within you. It's unlike anything else out there, an invitation to lose yourself and never look back. FromSoftware has crafted an open-world adventure that somehow surpasses all conceivable expectations. It combines Dark Souls' natural sense of discovery with the foreboding atmosphere of Bloodborne, while perfecting this combination with combat system that feels equal parts Sekiro and Demon Souls. Elden Ring is an unflinching masterpiece and a marquee example of what this medium can achieve when it is willing to accept our investment without compromise. Now step forward and embrace your destiny as a lowly tarnished. Elden Ring will be both keenly familiar to Soulsborne veterans while simultaneously providing an experience that feels completely alien. The fundamentals of combat, exploration, and cryptic storytelling remain untouched, but the addition of an open world recontextualizes how all of these elements operate. From the moment you emerge in the somber fields of Limgrave, you are given absolute freedom to make this realm your own. A hooded NPC spouts out a deluge of dialogue that provides a small idea of your overall goal. But you can just as easily murder this idiot and charter your own destiny. Metacritic, look at Metacritic on PS4. Is it already getting really good scores? We don't need to read every single thing that this person has written. That's going to be a little bit too much. So let's just go down to the bottom. They give it 5 out of 5 stars. Elden Ring. Pros. The Lands Between is vast, inviting open world filled with worthwhile surprises. All of the characters and locations you encounter are instantly memorable. Combat and exploration are always rewarding and encourage experimentation. Cons. It eventually ends. There isn't much here for Soulsborne skeptics. Let's look at the Metacritic you guys are saying. All right, hang on. Let's go to Metacritic. Go to Metacritic. And we're going to go to Elden Ring. You guys are saying look at PS5. Let's see. PS5's got a 98. A 98. That's unbelievable. That's so high. You were absolutely right about the magnum opus. I said it would be between 93 and 95 on Metacritic. It's a little bit higher than that. That's exceeded my expectations, to be quite honest. So that's PS5. Where's Elden Ring PC? Oh yeah, it's not up. It's not up. Okay. Let's see if is that IGN working yet. We got one from Games Radar. Let's see if IGN's is working yet. IGN is like comically failing right now. Let's just pull up the Games Radar one. Oh, that's not a review from Games Radar. Hang on. Elden Ring is this is according to Ains of Elden West. Elden Ring is a masterpiece. It's not only one of the best games from FromSoftware has ever developed, it stands tall on a pedestal alongside the greatest fantasy RPGs of all time. I told you guys, I said, my gut instinct is we're going to look back on this game the way we look back on Skyrim. So here's what he's saying. Elden Ring is a masterpiece. It is not only the best game that FromSoftware has ever developed, it stands tall on a pedestal alongside the greatest fantasy RPGs of all time. I'm just going to get you these guys' summary thoughts. We can't read their entire reviews. That's just unbelievable. All right. Final verdict, 10. Fun factor, 10. Technical prowess, 9. Time investment, 50 hours. Replayability, 10. Right? There are simply not enough superlatives to describe Elden Ring. It is that good. It is a game that will be cherished for generations, and I cannot wait to share in that experience with the community. After over 80 hours of play, I feel I'm only scratching the surface of this stunning world, and I can't wait to start over and experience it again and again. Now, if you'll excuse me, I'm heading back to my new home in the lands between. We got a tweet here from Nebellion. Giving you a summary of the scores. Let me pull that up for you. Eurogamer calls it essential. Game Informer 10. PC Games N 10. Fextra Life 10. The Guardian 5 out of 5. Kinda Funny 5 out of 5. VG247 5 out of 5. Easy Allies 9.5. Press Start 9.5. RPG Site 9. Metacritic out of 27 critics 98. Open Critic out of 38 critics a 96. This is exactly what I was hoping for. From everything I saw, right? From everything I saw, I was like, this game is going to be on another level. It's truly going to be a Skyrim. It's going to be a Skyrim. Let me pull up Game Informer's review. This is absolutely insane. So what I'm hearing is it's as good as Halo. Yeah, that's what you're hearing correctly. You're hearing correctly. All right, we got Game Informer's review here. Scroll to the bottom. They give it a 10. Elden Ring challenged me, captivated me, enchanted me, an unyielding deluge of discovery and artistic vision unbound. Elden Ring represents a truly amazing combination of various game elements that all come together to create something fascinating, special, and unforgettable. Elden Ring isn't just the best game this year, it's one of the best games ever made. I told you, I said this game will change the industry. It will be industry disrupting. It will be looked back on the way that we look back on Skyrim. Elden Ring will be that game. From the very, very first gameplay reveal, I thought that there's something here. There is something that is beyond just another FromSoftware game. Called it Game of the Year incoming. tweet. PC Gamer Review. Let me pull that one up for you. Let's see here. We'll get back to the class gameplay. I know you guys want that. We've lost a lot of people because we stopped watching the gameplay. Okay. Let me get zoomed in here. Elden Ring review, 90. They give it a 90. Let's go all the way to the bottom. An open-world action RPG from FromSoftware that reaches new heights but spends too much time in the familiar. Okay, here we go. Elden Ring carries forward a lot of the things you'd expect, including rough performance on PC. Over time, it tends to intermittently stutter and slow down for brief moments, especially as you're out in the open world. I never died to a hiccup in performance, but it made me pause and restart the game fairly often to fix the issue. There's a 60 FPS lock, high RAM requirement, and limited graphics setting. You won't find DLSS or granular options for anti-aliasing. I hoped for better options and performance from a developer that's released several games on PC at this point. Like with Dark Souls, though, Elden Ring's technical flaws are worth putting up with and will hopefully be fixed soon, either by modder or official patch. And when it stops clinging to the past so much and you plop off a cliff rather after being chased by wolves and find a swirling gate that takes you far outside the known map to meet a hunched over beast man, the idiomatic dream logic of Elden Ring reminds you that no longer developer creates fantasy worlds this repeatedly transfixing. Elden Ring is junk food for FromSoftware fans. It's more of what I already adore, but family-sized. It has everything that makes these games so intoxicating and that lodges their intricate fiction into my brain. But its devotion to what came before is distracting. It dulls the impact of those moments where Elden Ring leaps beyond its past to demonstrate why FromSoftware games are unparalleled by all who attempt to replicate them. As another Souls game, I love Elden Ring, but as the latest from FromSoftware, I wanted to dream a little bit bigger. So PC Gamer with a slight negative bent there. PC Gamer with a slight negative bent. Still not able to pull up IGN's review. Their link is broken. Okay, now it's up. They were having a hard time publishing that post this morning. Let me get IGN's pulled up for you. Let me get Metacritic back. Metacritic sitting at a 97 now. 97. All right, let's pull up IGN's and go to the bottom. Here we go. Verdict. It is no exaggeration to say that Elden Ring is FromSoftware's largest and most ambitious game yet, and that ambition has more than paid off. Even after 87 hours of blood, sweat, and tears that included some of the most challenging fights I've ever fought, the innumerable surprises that are still bosses that I left on the table. Oh, there are still bosses I left on the table. Secrets I've yet to uncover. Side quests that I missed out on. Tons of weapons, spells, and skills that I've never used, and this is all on top of PvP and cooperative play that I've barely been able to scratch the surface of. Throughout it all, while the fundamentals of combat haven't changed much from what we've seen before, the enormous variety of viciously designed enemies and the brutal but surmountable bosses have brought its battles to a new level. Even with all threads, I didn't manage to tug on my first playthrough of what I'm sure will be several. What I was treated to can easily be held amongst the best open-world games I've ever played. Like The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild before it, Elden Ring is one we'll be looking back on as a game that moved the genre forward. There you go. A lot of these are things, and a lot of these conclusions are in line with a lot of my predictions. So if you're just tuning in, we'll go back to the gameplay. I think that's enough. People don't seem to be interested in the reviews right now. Let's see if Chuzo can beat Margit with the samurai. We're watching the various class gameplay today from Red Bull Gaming, and this is samurai gameplay. He's actually got Margit on the ropes now, but he's equally on the ropes. So one mistake, and he's done for. Here's a big opportunity. He's roll spamming, a little panic. He feels the pressure. Big slam. He might be able to do it. He might be able to do it. If he he didn't like the placement there. He did not like the placement, so he's going to back off and reset. Here come the throws that punish you. Big slam, big damage opportunity as long as he times the iframes. Gets it. He almost messed that up. I thought Margit's health was empty. Margit needed one more hit. He totally turned that fight around. He was on death's doorstep. It'll be top 10 in IGN's top 100 games. Yeah, he almost choked that. All right, so that's a bunch of samurai gameplay. Let's get some Confessor on the screen. Let's see if we can't get some Confessor. Let's get a good fight with the Confessor. I want a health bar on screen. Yeah, there we go. All right, we got a boss. All right, we got a Confessor. This is Sabaku playing a Confessor over here at Red Bull Gaming. They got this footage. Rocking and rolling. Thank you so much. If you found the channel today from searching or a suggestion, we thank you for finding the channel today, watching some Elden Ring class gameplay. Just read through a bunch of the reviews. That have just dropped from the embargo, and we appreciate you guys being here very, very much. Shoutcasting Elden Ring, I'm all for it. Yeah. The very first Elden Ring gameplay reveal, the very first one, I said that it was assuredly going to be a bigger game than just another FromSoftware game. I said that more than likely that this game was going to be looked back on the way we looked back on Skyrim. That was my prediction based off of the first gameplay reveal. All right, so we're watching a Confessor fight Erdtree Burial Watchdog, and he's trying to get rid of these little pesky minions first. Oof, that fire is not friendly. I can't begin to tell you how glad I am I've gotten a refund for the other game's DLC in order to buy this. Hey, man, you know, let me do a brief summary of what we do here. This is Reforge Gaming. I'm Lono. That's what people call me. I'm the host. We do variety gaming news coverage throughout the week. It's kind of like a video game podcast. You can throw me on in the background of your day. You can subscribe in confidence because I'm safe for work. A lot of people treat me like a radio show. So thanks for being here. Thanks for hitting subscribe. Smash that like button. Let's set our sights on 500 likes. Take the poll at the top of the chat as well. He's fighting this giant dog cat thing. Man, this dog cat, this thing's animations are crazy. Seems to be a lot of damage opportunities though. He's gonna trick you. He's gonna trick you with those damage opportunities and do that sweep. So he's gonna do this, and you're gonna go in for damage. He's gonna do another one, and he's gonna do 3. This is easy chisel damage, bro. Easy right now, bro. What are you doing? You got to get in there. Hesitation is defeat, bro. Oh, he stayed. You got Horizon and Elden Ring. I'm really enjoying Horizon Forbidden West. Quite. Oh, golly. Skill up, very highly recommend. Not surprising. Yeah, I'm not going to pull up anybody's reviews, like video reviews. It's one thing to pull up like a written review and read the summary and the score. I'm not going to pull up somebody's video review. That's a huge privilege that they get to push that as soon as the embargo lifts, and that feels kind of scummy to watch it. Yo, a bag of Frickmas and got the discount. Thank you, Rogue Necro. Get fricked in February. You the best, man. Thank you so much. First coffee order of the day. And Love your stuff. This article's ridiculous. Goes along with what you were saying last week. They're calling the $10 difference a scam now. Pfft. Thanks for the DM. I'll check that out later. I tuned in yesterday and it sounded like you were having a hard time with those monkeys. Okay, yeah. So we discovered that my weapon loadout was terrible. I went and changed my entire loadout and now I'm having a much better time. So basically what you want to do, I'll show you my loadout later if you're around for Horizon Forbidden West gameplay. I've got some recommendations to make to people at the mid game and beyond. You don't want to just run with the build I had. It was bad. We had almost 1,000 watching earlier. Yeah. The review embargo dropping, I think, hurt us because everybody's going to watch everyone's reviews, and that's fine. That's fine. In about 20 to 30 minutes, they may end up back here. I mean, we're an hour in, and it's going to be one of our most watched streams of the week. So I'm not worried. I'm not worried. That other game don't matter no mo. That other game don't matter to me, bro. We got a new destiny. And it's out here in variety coverage land. It's full of freedom and happiness. I'll be on Xbox. Love the world. I want to be able to progress. That's all. Sorry, my glasses were a little dirty. Ugh. What's everyone's class of choice? I think I'm going to start Vagabond. I don't know. People are encouraging me to go Samurai. That fire effect on the ground is sick. That was your chance, bro. That was your chance, bro. You got to get in there, man. Look at that. Look at that animation reset. Look at that. You got so much time. Yeah, you got to iframe through that blast. You can't let them get that. That's free. Out of heals already. Sabaku, come on, bro. I think the pressure gets to people like this. I don't know if they're just not used to being on camera and all of this. This boss creeps me out. Oh, he's got heals back. Never mind. I was going to say, man, I wasn't watching. Did he already use all of his heals? So he went for a big hit there. I don't know if it's worth it. Again, every boss is different. My visual analyzation here is that breaking this thing's posture is not a strategy. I don't know why he rolled back into the fire. Interesting strategy. Gonna go prisoner and do spell sword. A lot of people are doing that. How do you think it's gonna run on Xbox One? You'd have to comb over the reviews and see if anybody played it on the Xbox One. It's on the PlayStation 5 Metacritic. It's got a 97, so they must have fixed the optimization issues. The FromSoftware asked Digital Foundry to not post their analysis until after the day one patch. Have you played the game? This boss is hard. I couldn't beat him in the CNT. It's always easier when you're observing. He just has easy animation reads. Does he change in phase 2? Yeah, look at him. He's got such easy animation reads. Look at that. Look, come on. That's what I'm talking about. So yeah, going for the posture break here, definitely worth it. Probably want to jump. Yeah, I would jump into all these attacks. Like right here. Yeah, you're going to jump to dot. You're going to jump to dodge the wave and then land a posture and damage hit. Come on, bro. That's what I would do. Great review comparing it to Skyrim Breath of the Wild is bold, but I'm inclined to believe it's also accurate. My prediction is that we would look back on it the way that we look back on Skyrim. Right now, he's wasting time doing the jump hits. There's no health left. Just go for the kill. You're not going to break posture anymore. It's over. The fight's done. Go in, get yourself a dodge, roll through, and swing. Roll through and swing. Come on, bro. That low health's got him skittish. He's waiting for the perfect opportunity. Come on, just get in there, bro. Here it is. This is the easy one. This is the easy one. It's a quick swing. Swing! He was waiting. He was waiting, bro. He beats Knight Rider later on. He gets the double flail. Oh, is there another boss in this play session? Let me see. I'll scroll forward. Yo, Pit Viper doing a membership. Thank you so much, Pit Viper. Looks like we got a boss right here. Knight's Cavalry. Thank you, Pit Viper. Oh, no, that's a renewed sub. That's a renewed membership. He's fighting Knight's Cavalry here. That was painful, no judgment. Yeah, you never know what's getting to somebody, you know. From both graphics and a gameplay perspective, it would drive me nuts that there is so little visual evidence that you're landing your hits. The enemies barely react at all. Well, the audio is a bigger cue, Derek. When you're playing the game, there's no mystery when you land a hit. You're also watching damage numbers. As a more experienced player, you're watching damage numbers to see like how effective, how effective your attacks are. They were having trouble with the streams too. The videos dropping frames periodically. He gets the Night Strider Flail, 10 strength, 24 dex. I'm assuming it's this fight, Knight's Cavalry. I love this mount. It looks so cool, with a cloth draped over it. Now he's getting it. Now he's getting it. The reviews are not helping my hype levels. Yeah, if you're just tuning in, the review embargo has dropped for Elden Ring, and so we read through a bunch of the summaries. We're watching Confessor gameplay, wanting to get a look at all the Elden Ring classes that are out there, and Red Bull Gaming's got a good playlist of a couple, and we're taking a look at just some of the gameplay here. Oh, he got him off the sword. Oh, I'm sorry. He got him off the horse. That's the end of you, buddy. Enemy felled. I get you're supposed to watch the numbers. That's an RPG trope. But they're tied. But that they're tied to really breaks immersion for me. I turn off the numbers in most games. Yeah, it's got a 97 on Metacritic. Yep. Okay, so he's got his flail now. Not a cloth, it's the greasiest hair ever. It's actually a poodle under there. Does he fight any more bosses? I'm looking at the bottom of the screen for a health bar. No. Let's watch this flail in action, though. What's he doing? Oh, he's not even using the flail. Huh. Yeah, he's back on a sword. He's going sword and board now. Yo, Moody coming in with 4 months of membership. Thank you very much. I take it back. Great showing. Yeah, he's got his footing now. He's got his footing now. Sabaku was a little skittish in that fight, but he's got his footing. I don't know why you're bringing up Cyberpunk. This game has nothing to do with Cyberpunk or CD Projekt Red. So we've checked out Samurai, Prisoner, Confessor. Let's check out the Vagabond. Now, the Vagabond is the one that a lot of people are going to gravitate toward. I'm going to try and find the Vagabond in a boss fight. Let's see if he faces anybody. Yeah, here we go. All right, let's put it on HD. Okay, so this is Vagabond gameplay. He's open world, and he is going to fight one of the open world bosses. I believe it's the knight on the horse. Please do astrologer soon. Let me see if they've added any more. I don't think they have, though. Let me refresh their playlist. They only have prisoner, confessor, vagabond, and samurai. I'll go to their YouTube channel just in case I'm wrong. Yeah, they've not uploaded anything. An hour ago, they do a Margit boss kill. They do it, it's the one we've already watched where Chuzo almost didn't win. So he's trying to fight the Knight's Cavalry on a mount, which I think is probably more challenging. Yeah, because just you're constantly in motion, and without you got to target. You got to target so you're circling more effectively. That's what I would do. I don't know. Can you target when you're on the mount? This fight looks awkward. The trees are alive. With the sound of music? The trees are alive. I'm just kidding. Oh, golly. That is a heck of a reach. If you guys are enjoying the coverage, don't forget to hit subscribe, smash the like button. Just absolutely steamrolling through milestone after milestone. We just went from a 12,000.2 to a 12,000.4. Jiminy Christmas. We are just steamrolling through sub-milestones. Elden Ring getting 10 out of 10 all over the place. When we started doing From Friday a while back last year, it was based off of a lot of my own gut instinct and predictions. It was like, we got good response from me playing Souls games. Creature was like, you really should maybe consider that could be like a segment where you're playing through these games. So we were brainstorming. From Friday came from the meeting. I don't know who said it first. One of us said it. Oh, he jumped over. And the more I saw from Elden Ring, the more I saw it as a worthy investment. Because there was a couple of times where, dead. There was a couple of times where I was like, I don't know if I have the endurance for this. I don't know. But the more I saw from Elden Ring, the more I was like, this is a really, really good investment. I usually, if you're not familiar with my content, I make a lot of predictions about what's going to happen with games, what's going to happen with the industry. And my predictions on Elden Ring was that it was going to be FromSoftware's magnum opus, that it was going to be looked back on the way we looked back on Skyrim, and that, you know, it was going to be pretty industry disruptive to a certain degree. And I think we're seeing the results already from the review scores coming in. You can tell this guy's never played Dark Souls, cringe. Well, I mean, we don't know these guys how much experience they have, B-Town Legend, and the reason I think this is good gameplay to show is because this is going to be the most popular, probably most commercially successful, most purchased FromSoftware game, and I think it's good for people to see just how hard it's going to be. If you're newer or less experienced, this will be a tough game. Now, according to Miyazaki, more people are going to beat this game than previous Dark Souls games. But that doesn't mean it's not going to be, like, crushing at times. So I think it's good to show people that might be a little less experienced and struggle with an open world fight, or, you know, just a second ago he struggled with an execution. He came from just kind of an awkward angle. You know, that lack of experience. He's also streaming. I don't know if this guy is a streamer. You know, he might not be used to being on camera, answering chat questions or whatnot. A little distracted. You can see there looking off to the side. You know, looking at probably a separate monitor. So, I think it's good. I think it's good to show people that are maybe a little less polished and a little less, practice at the game. He is just face tanking here. Yeah, he's face tanking. This engagement looks really clumsy, clunky. Well, when he was on the mount, for an example, he may lack experience. He may have forgot that, hey, you can target the enemy, right? Because he didn't target the enemy like at all, which is interesting. If you target the enemy, you'd be able to circle it. Yang Ye says Elden Ring is glorious and simply effing brilliant. My review, so his review video is up. I love that Elden Ring is dominating the news cycle already so fast. That is personally very satisfying for me. GameSpot gives it a 10 out of 10. I'll read you another one here. These people that their reviews are up but not up. Like, come on, guys. Elden Ring 98 on Metacritic. Yeah, GameSpot, I can't get theirs to work. So many people are trying to read these reviews. I guess their Destructoid gives it a 10 out of 10. Elden Ring receives a rare 10 out of 10 at Destructoid. Read our review. Destructoid doesn't, according to themselves, they don't give a lot of 10 out of 10s. They gave Horizon Forbidden West an 8.5, and I actually agree with that score. Destructoid's conclusion: to say I was blown away by Elden Ring is an understatement. Sure, it's still going to appear esoteric and unapproachable to a subset of people. There are things it could still do better in terms of onboarding, and it could do even more on the front of quality of life enhancements for returning Souls players. But as an experience, it's one of the most wondrous and open-ended games I've played in years. It has so much to say from a design perspective that people will be talking about its choices for years on end and playing it for longer. 10 out of 10 flawless. Quote, 10s aren't perfect since nothing is, but they come as close as you could get in a given genre. The new leader to beat in its sector. We're talking pure ecstasy. There's a PlayStation State of Play rumored for March, and it may include God of War release date. Here it comes, baby. The deluge. The video game release and news and announcement deluge. It's here, baby. It is frickin' here. Thank you so much for everybody who's clicked on the stream today. If you've smashed like, if you've hit subscribe, I appreciate the support so much. We have been looking at the various class gameplay today. We've also been reading all the various reviews that are coming out of embargo. Usually we are full screen like this. Let me see if I can't get this guy fighting a boss. Let's see if we can't see him getting stomped here by a boss. Yeah. Here we go. He's going to go fight the kitty cat. Oh, no, man, he's fighting the pumpkin guy, Mad Pumpkinhead. I thought he was in the kitty cat room. My bad. I was incorrect. From what I've seen of previous fights, Pumpkinhead's not that challenging, so he might be able to bag a win here. He's kind of, he's playing super aggressive. He's already taken down about 15% of his health. That was a weird read. Such a weird read. He's an aggressive player. You got to learn to read the animations, because what he's doing is he's so focused on damage that he's not reading these animations to see, like, is it a 2 flurry or a 3 flurry? That's a slam. That's another slam. See, these are easy reads if you just sit back just for a second. You just got to read he's going hyper aggressive. He's already got him past halfway. He doesn't have any more heals though, so now he's going to actually have to play his life. Yeah, see, he hasn't learned to read the double. Swing. Oh, that was a slam. Another slam. He's so aggressive. Yeah, strafing to the right would help. Yeah, he needs to be on a right rolling pattern. He's on a left rolling pattern, and it's punishing him whenever he does his follow-up slam. If he was doing a right, he'd be able to get outside of that hitbox, and then he'd be behind for a good damage flurry. So now he's got to play his life. So now he's not taking swings. One more hit, and Tauntaun's out. I don't know why he leads. That's such a strange decision. That is such a strange decision why he leads with an attack. You go in and you wait for them and then you roll. Like that, it's just such an odd way to play. I don't know. Maybe he was just experimenting. Maybe he's less experienced. I'm not actually sure. All right, this is gonna be more samurai with Chuzo. He's going to fight a Crucible Knight. I don't play these types of games, but it does look like you don't get cheated by stupid RNG. If you record your own gameplay, you'll see all the things that you miss, right? You'll see all the things that you miss. This is just Crap Souls 3, but open world, Elden Flop, womp womp. Interesting. With a name like that, you surely want to be taken seriously. Let's go to their channel and see when they made their account. All the reviews are 9s and 10s. Let's see. Oh, January of last year. You've actually had your account for a while. Oh well. Man, Chuzo getting absolutely shellacked by the Crucible Knight. Let me check here. We did get a coffee order. Let me talk about some things here while he's running back. If you've never been here before, there are ways to support the stream. Number one, it's free to subscribe. It's free to hit like. So if you haven't done that yet, go ahead and do that. I'm a safe for work broadcaster. A lot of people treat me like video game radio. So I'll be in your YouTube sub feed all week, giving you great variety gaming news coverage. Now, there are direct ways to support. Membership, we would love to see membership go up. We're in like the mid 400s. I'd love to see about 500 members on the channel. That's like subscribing on the Purple platform. You get a badge, you get emotes. We've got a Discord server, so if you're looking for people to play Elden Ring with, we also have Lost Ark guilds, Halo Infinite rooms. If you play Destiny, we've got rooms in the Discord for that. So if you become a member, you get access to all that extra stuff. So $5 a month, it supports me directly. You get a badge, you get emotes. We also have 3 sponsors right now. 80s Tees. I'm always wearing a shirt from 80s Tees, so you can use !shirt, !displate. So we got the displate back there. ! Displate, singular. And then ! Glasses. We are partnered with Gunner Optics. So you can use those 3 sponsors. Now, the coffee's mine. That's not a sponsor. And we are working our way through the final 28 bags of the Frickmas blend. Get Fricked in February. If you use code GETFRICKED, you get 20% off. Go to RageousRoast.com or use the coffee command in chat. This is our most popular blend in December and November. We're working through the final stores of the inventory. It's my wife's favorite. My wife and kiddos bag this up and ship it to you with like thank you notes. It's like you're supporting a family business when you buy the coffee. If you're not a coffee drinker, then try our light roast. Our light roast and dark roast is the same base flavor, but it has balanced acidity, which makes it incredibly drinkable and smooth. If you pair this with Italian sweet cream, it's my favorite coffee right now. This is what I drink every day. A lot of people in chat will tell you their favorite. So you can support the coffee, support the family, support the channel. All those are great ways to support me. Thanks for being here. Back to the gameplay. Immortal Turtle with 5 months. Remember that payment methods expire. Thank you, Immortal Turtle, for keeping the membership going. And a brand new one from B-Town Legend. Thank you for that membership, B-Town Legend. Enjoy the dope badge and emotes. You're dope and deserve dope stuff. So you got to get close. I'd be rolling. Yeah, see, I'd be rolling through on some of these to get maybe some backstab. Because that one right there feels like just an easy opportunity. He's going. He seems to be going. He seems to be getting his chops now with Samurai. Yep. That was good. That was really good. Yeah, right there. Yeah, on some of these, you don't even need to dodge. Long draws, 2 long draws, a 3rd long draw, and a 4th long draw with a follow-up. Those are going to be tough. Those are going to be tough. The long draws will make you dodge early. Too far away. Long draw. Long draw. I use mental like little mental lingo in my head. Oh, that was a good one. 5 minutes on my hustle Best Buy. Oof, 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 oof. Ooh, hoo, 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 hoo. When they put those attacks close together, bro, it's just devastating. That was good. That was good. He was starting to get the feel of it. Now, it might just be me, but I feel like he may be doing something it's a little early for. His damage seems kind of low against this guy. I could be wrong. I don't know what you guys think in chat, but it feels like he's a little ahead of himself here. It feels like he's a little ahead of himself, personally. Let's go back and see if the guy on Prisoner. Let's see if Simon fights any of the bosses. I don't think Simon ever gets out of the... Oh, no, he does. He fights a boss. All right, Simon. Show us what you're made of, bro. He's got somebody helping him. He got 2-shot at one point, so that would make sense. If the knight's weak against bleed, you can do it. Any footage of the Prisoner? Ask and you shall receive. Remember, picking a class only really affects your early gameplay. Woo, boy, the Guardian Golem. Look at that art design on that. That is dope. That looks so sick. Oh, he grumpy. Oh, he grumpy. He real grumpy. He's like, get off my feet. Prisoner's going to come in. On guard, sir. What the frick? Oh, they got him knocked down. Go for the chest. Go for the chest. I think he's got a chest weak point. He's got a chest crit you can do. I love the animations with his rapier. He's like, on guard, sir. I challenge your ankles to a duel. Oh, you're losing handedly. The florid sword. Down he goes again. Go for the chest. I'm fairly confident he's got a crit up there. No, a little late. They're just gonna do death by 1,000 ankle cuts here. Ooh, get out of there, bro. His buddy Maxim is doing a lot of the legwork here. He's drawing aggro up in the mix. Here comes the tantrum. There we go. That was funny. That was funny. That was good. That was good. That was good. That was good. What time is it? Yeah, let's do it. Well, no. Well. Yeah, 11:01. Your starting class not very important at all. It's all in the weapons. Your starting class really is only going to primarily affect your first couple hours of gameplay. That's about it. Let's see if the Vagabond. Oh, he's having a really hard time though. Does he go back and fight the Pumpkinhead? Oh no, they're interviewing him. So how'd that go, man? You got your butt kicked. How's it feel to be a total scrub? They should have been like really passive in the interview. How's it? What is it like to really, really need to get good? Like, what's that like? All right. Just run some Confessor gameplay for you here. You see what they gave it? It's getting like 9s and 10s everywhere. Yeah. It's getting, it's insane. It's insane. We could read through some of the Metacritic ones, but the minute we started reading through reviews, it kind of hurt us. I don't necessarily know if people want to see that. Let's consult the poll. Consult the poll. 1,100 votes already. Elden Ring release date. First timer or a veteran? Mostly veterans. 34% though saying first timers. That's really cool to see. Very, very cool to see that many people. Watching that guy fight the pumpkin reminds me of how I used to play when I first picked up Sekiro. Way too thirsty for damage. Yeah, I mean, it's easy to backseat. It's easy to backseat when you're not in the chair and you don't have all the lights on you and you're in an unfamiliar place, right? It's really easy for us to sit here and backseat. So I want to be fair. I want to be fair to Tauntaun. Like, come on. Like, he's in a giant studio. He's got tons of people watching him. He's got lights on him. He's wearing a headset that might not be comfortable. You know, who the frick knows, right? So I want to be fair to him. There's a lot of mitigating things that might have been making it really, really tough on him to feel like, you know, like he was able to do a good job. But barring all of that, I would say I've come pretty far as a player because I don't do those things now. Like, I'm not going to just run in there and keep stabbing him. Like, stabbing into the animation, I'm like, what the frick are you doing, bro? Well, once you have eyes to see, you can't unsee. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, once you have eyes to see, you're like, oh, I can see now what in the world I used to do that was so terrible. It's like when you finally beat a boss, you're like, oh my gosh, I was playing like an absolute buffoon for the first hour. You know, all of a sudden something clicks. Wretch is a good starting class if you want to do a level 1 run. Yeah, I'm not interested in that. I'm not interested in that. Thank you, though. Thank you, though. I chose first timer because I haven't beat Sekiro yet. Haven't played all the way through the other Souls games. I think that's fair, Hex. I think that's fair. Oh, wow. So you can't... I don't understand. So... Are you not allowed to go in certain places, or did he just fall too far? Could be limit testing. There are some bosses that you can play ultra aggressive and it works. Yeah, sometimes you can brute force button mash. That is true. That is true. PC performance is not good according to Fighting Cowboy. Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, everybody was worried about optimization on console from the technical tests, and now we're hearing that, like, console's fine and PC had issues. So I don't know. It could be that we're going to need to wait for that day 1 patch. You know, it could be that we're waiting for that day 1 patch because there are folks saying, Digital Foundry said that they were asked not to post their analysis until the day 1 patch was out. So, out of bounds maybe? Yeah, maybe. Oh, we've already watched this fight. The class you pick will determine how hard the first few hours of gameplay. A knight would be an easier time than a thief. Yeah, I've been telling people if it's your first time ever, I would pick Vagabond, which is basically a knight. I would pick Vagabond. I'm checking my Twitter feed here. Let's see. Tencent has purchased Inflection Games for an undisclosed sum, and that's the developer working on Nightingale. Purple's ad incentive offer for me is atrocious. They want me to stream double the hours, run 5 times the ad to make 20% less than what I already earn from ads. I highly recommend experimenting with running ads, comparing it to the other. None of this is surprising after Ludwig left and a former employee said that that big streamers are a loss lead and they need None of this is surprising after Ludwig left and talked about contract offers to big streamers. And a former Twitch employee said that big streamers are a loss lead. The platform needs more hours and more ads. I've been saying for a long time it's not as profitable as you think. None of this is surprising after Ludwig left and talked about contract offers to big streamers, and a former employee said that big streamers are a loss lead. The platform needs more hours and more ads. I've been saying for a long time, it's not as profitable as you think. They're basically trying to convince people to run tons of ads over there and stream way more hours, and they're going to lose money. They're going to lose money. Like, they want streamers to take an ad. They want streamers to take an agreement to run ads and play and stream a certain number of hours, and so the streamer loses money. Like, the only way a company like that's just going to pay you more money to run more ads is if they're making money in the deal. Do you know what I'm saying? How are they going to pay you more money to run ads without it being a profitable, deal? Does that make sense? What is this 22 FPS gameplay? Yeah, I don't know what's happening with their capture, Wheezy. It's real bad. It's got to be the capture. This is last-gen consoles, right? It wasn't doing this earlier, Wheeze. I think it has something to do with how they're capturing gameplay. Now, Wheezy, somebody said in one of their reviews, I think it was PC Gamer, that they had to restart on PC a lot. It sounded to me like they were describing a memory leak. They said that after a while it would get like real jittery and slow. And I was like, well, that's a memory leak. And they said the only way to fix it was to reboot the game. Apparently, it's running very good on PS5. And Digital Foundry was told not to post any of their findings until after the day one patch. You're watching Asmon play, and he said it tanked hard on his PC. Yeah, I said I was going to play on PS5 first, and that's part of the reason. That's part of the reason because like my gut instinct was I don't know. I felt like there was something about the way Sekiro ran. I felt like Sekiro ran smoother on my PS5. I can't prove it to you. I can just tell you how it felt. It was like, yeah, this feels smoother. This feels better. I don't know why. It just did. It just did. So that doesn't mean anything with Elden Ring. I'm just telling you that from where I sit, I'm going to go somewhere where they can probably, patch out some of the squirreliness a little bit easier on the consoles. You know, just speaking very generically here. Dark Souls 3, I run at 4K over 200 FPS. Can your PS5 do that? Yeah, good luck doing that in Elden Ring. Good luck doing that in Elden Ring, my friend. I mean, I hear what you're saying. I'm not going to sit here and act like my PS5 is as strong as the strongest PC out there. That's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying Sekiro felt like it ran smoother. You know? Hearing PC has a memory leak issue. What I read in the PC Gamer review, it certainly does have a memory leak issue. Yeah. Does Elden Ring have graphics modes like Horizon does? I don't know, Zubair. I'm gonna say likely no. Is your PC $500? Yeah, like the PS5 is just such a solid. Ooh, he summoned a whole group here of demi-humans. They're going to just help draw aggro. There's pluses and minuses, right? You can spend a ton of crazy good money and get the absolute best performance on a PC. PCs also tend to have issues with memory leak, driver issues, conflicts, all sorts of things. Also, it's expensive. Okay, there's pluses and there's minuses. I can buy a PS5. Well, I can buy a PS5 is a pretty relative term, but you buy a PS5 for a relatively good amount of money, and you have a very, very strong piece of equipment that can run games that just look immaculate. Yeah, it could have bought you 3 PS5s. That's exactly right. It's all in your value. Like, it's all in your value judgment, what you value, what you think is the best. What you think is going to be, what you think is the best, what's worth the most, what's worth the money to you. What about the Series S? It's running a dynamic 1440, 45 to 60 for $300. I mean, that's not bad, but I mean, again, you bought a slightly weaker system, so that nobody should be surprised by that. I'm not going to be like, man, I'm not going to do like an I told you so, but I was telling folks, like, I'm not going to buy an S because I never want to be in that situation where, there's going to be a hindered performance situation. You know what I mean? Obviously not 1-to-1 ratio, but the best one to make someone that I have experienced anything above 60. Series S ain't running 60 FPS. That crap's gonna tank. Yeah. Like, that's why I didn't buy a Series S. I was like, I never want to be in a situation where I buy a game and I'm like getting inferior performance. Like, I never want to be in that boat. It's 60 FPS or nothing. I won't play games that go below 60. I won't friggin' do it. If your open world is stuttering and dropping into the 40s and 50s, I don't want to play your dadgum game. That's awful. That's awful. That's not something that I want to experience. Not at all. By the way, if you're new, thank you so much for taking part in today's great discussion and gameplay breakdown and reading the reviews. Just an insane amount of new subs, an insane amount of votes on the poll, tons of likes on the video. Thank you for all of that. Thank you. Elden Ring reviews, console or PC, I'm playing controller regards. Any difference to note? Hearing a lot of reports about PC having performance issues and a memory leak. Digital Foundry was asked not to post their analysis until after the day 1 patch. PS5 version on Metacritic. Metacritic has a 97 right now for what it's worth. Hearing a lot of reports about PC having performance issues and a memory leak. Digital Foundry was asked not to post their analysis until after the day 1 patch. PS5 version on Metacritic has a 97 right now for what it's worth. There we go. Hey, somebody ordered some coffee like 10 minutes ago. 3 bags of Frickmas to Pirka. Enjoying your daily coverage. Thanks for all you do. Thank you, Pirka. Guys, make sure and use code GETFRICKED when you buy the Frickmas blend. We are down to like the final 20-something bags. 2 coffee orders for the day. Thank you very, very much for doing that. This performance video that I can link, Lono, the SS is 45 to 60. The SX is 45 to 50, and the PS5 is 45 to 60. I don't know if this is including a day 1 patch. 45 to 60 is really disappointing. Like, I should never be playing a game on my PlayStation 5 below 60 frames per second. I shouldn't. I'm not trying to sound like a video game Karen, but I should not be playing a game on my PlayStation 5 below 60 FPS. I just should not. That's ridiculous. The system is plenty strong to support stable 60 FPS games that are huge and beautiful. There's no excuse for that. A lot of first timers. Yeah, Austin. There's a lot of first timers on the poll. Yeah, they're in for some pain, bro. They're in for some pain. You want the video? No, I trust you. Is it though? What do you mean? Are you seeing the same game I'm seeing? This game, at its graphical fidelity, should be rock solid 60 all day on the PS5. All day. Forbidden West had pop-in? Yeah, that's something they're addressing. That has nothing to do with the engine. It has nothing to do... I'm sorry, that has nothing to do with the PlayStation 5. That's something to do with their engine. Pop-in is not something that is because of the PlayStation 5. That is something that they've acknowledged and they're working on. That's a bug. This game's graphical fidelity, it should never drop below 60 on a PlayStation 5. There's no excuse for that at all. I can't decide between Prisoner, Vagabond, and Astrologer. Well, how are you gonna build your character in the endgame? Do you know? Because the class matters most for the beginning, but it matters a little bit for the endgame. Like, where's your stats gonna lean? Have you seen the Demon Souls remaster? Ghost of Tsushima, Death Stranding? Like, come on. There's no reason a game like this should be running below 60. There's no excuse for that, given the games that run at a rock solid 60 on the PlayStation 5 all day long. Playing Horizon Forbidden West, every day, and not seeing dips below 60. Preloading Elden Ring is available now on all platforms, according to Elden Ring's Twitter. Heads up if you're trying to preload Elden Ring. Heads up if you're trying to preload Elden Ring. Available now on all platforms. How far are we in the prison? Yeah, the prisoner, he hung out in that cave way too long. Yeah, that's gonna do it. That's gonna do it for gameplay. I don't want to loop that stuff too much. 44 critic reviews are in. 44 critic reviews are in now. on Metacritic, and it's sitting at a 97. Its lore always feels epic, but it's ultimately hardcore fantasy nonsense, and what's going to keep Elden Ring for the long run is the amount to discover and the versatility and the challenge at every turn, says the Daily Star. Gaming Age, I'm absolutely enjoyed my time in Elden Ring, and while I'd say my expectations were high prior to playing the game, those expectations have certainly been met or even exceeded along my journey. That's Gaming Age. Game Rant, Elden Ring is a phenomenal game that will disappoint very few. It has most of the components that fans of the genre seek: a wondrous aesthetic, a feeling of mystery that invites exploration, skillfully designed and intimidating adversaries, and rich gameplay with a lot of replayability thanks to the various classes and builds. In the end, Elden Ring is more than just an open-world Dark Souls. Digital Chumps, Elden Ring is a masterpiece. The Gamer, FromSoftware doesn't rewrite the medium's rulebook, but does tear its down tenets asunder while reconstructing them into a cohesive whole that outclasses all that came before it. PC versions are sounding bad. Stepping away from the actual game itself, my biggest contention with the release is actually the bare-bones porting of the PC version. Not only does it not offer any advanced PC options like ultra-wide resolution, DLSS, and FSR support, it didn't even have basic settings like frame rate caps and vertical sync, which seems to be defaulted to being on, not allowing to use adaptive sync. And when I tried to do so using graphic settings on my desktop, it would not work properly in full screen mode. What did this come from, Paul? Can you get me a link? There is also the inclusion of the anti-cheat client that was enabled whether I was playing online or offline mode, which made it so I couldn't use simple hex edits. Okay, hang on. Good info here. And then I'm going to post the image. Good section below. Yeah, it sounds like PC's got some issues. It does. It sounds like the PC version's got some issues. Got to dip now. This has been enjoyable. First time seeing your channel, but I subbed and will definitely be back. Keep up the good work. Thank you, Greg. I appreciate you contributing to the conversation today. Thank you. This chat is filled with a bunch of kiddos who just want to watch streams and regurgitate what they hear. What are you talking about? What? There's plenty of people in here that disagree every single day. What are you saying? The human eye and brain cannot even register anything over 30 to 35. 200 FPS is not going to make you a better player. Oh, we have somebody that doesn't understand the basic technology behind increased frame rate, fluidity of combat, damage registration, animations, iframes, and how games function. Okay. Glad to have you here. Speaking of somebody who doesn't understand what they're talking about and regurgitating things like saying the human eye can't see above certain frames per second, you are drenched in irony, my friend. Speaking of people that just regurgitate things and don't think for themselves, as you spout the common trope of what the human eye can see, thanks for being here and saying something that's been debunked 10 times over. Like the channel, subscribe, we'll be back. Thank you for the work. Thank you, David. I appreciate that. Go for it, bud. Oh, it's my favorite. The condescension is there. The irony is there. The ignorance. It's just wonderful. Wonderful. Please explain. Please explain how animations, iframes, damage registration, combat fluidity is all tied to frames in a lot of the game engines that are out there these days. Not every engine, but a lot. And that 60 frames per second and above offers you more frames for reflex, response, reaction, iframe registration, damage registration. The human eye not being able to see 60 frames per second, that's been debunked 10 times over. I don't need to debunk it. Other people that are way smarter than me have debunked it. It's not true. Like, at a technical level, you're quoting something that is true, but then you misapply the truth. Like, you apply it in a logical way that's fallacious. It's not, just because the human eye has limitations does not mean that higher frame rates do not create a greater seamless and fluidity of combat movement and representation of graphics. The guy is saying the human eye can't see the difference between 60 frames to 200. Again, that is demonstrably false. That's not true. You're taking a technical truth and you're trying to create a premise from it, which you can't, because that technical truth, you're misapplying it. 30 versus 60 and above 100 changes how a game feels, factually, objectively. That's why I said it's demonstrably false. It can be demonstrated that your position is false. Google it then, mate. So is that how you argue? It's technically true? There are lots of things that technically true, but they can be argued to a fallacious conclusion. Do you understand that? You're taking a technical truth about the human eye, and you're coming to a false conclusion. There is a fluidity of motion in the game that you get with increased frames per second. The human eye's limitation in perception does not take that away. You're neglecting other facets of the discussion. Keep up the great work. Thank you, Jesse. Are you rushing through Horizon? I'm not rushing through Horizon. I've been playing it off stream to play completionist, map clear, side quests, and my wife's like, definitely not rushing. But we've got 4 main quests left. So when I stream, I've been focusing mainly on the main quests. But we're certainly not rushing, but we are going through at a very steady pace. Never said anything about fluidity. You did. Your premise, your argument was that we don't see the difference. And so let me go back up to your original statement. Let me go back up to your original statement here. Okay. Let me find it. The human eye and brain cannot even register anything over 30 to 35 FPS. 200 FPS is not going to make you a better player, okay? So you've got, first of all, that's a non sequitur, that those two, the premise and your conclusion, are not connected logically. Secondly, what you're saying about the human eye and the brain not being able to register anything above 30 to 35 is, again, demonstrably false. That has been disproven. People can see the difference between higher frames per second, and it does aid in combat fluidity, accuracy, animations of iframes, and damage registration. It's directly related. In a first-person shooter, it's directly related to frames that can then assist with like aim assist, bullet magnetism. The game has more frames to work with. Certain games have the damage reception of the player, damage output of the player, animations and iframes directly tied to the frames per second. Again, like you're saying something that you may be able to find like some scientific journal that it's technically true, but you're coming to false conclusions about what that means for games and what games look like to the human eye and the brain. Linus from Linus Tech Tips did a video with CSGO reaction time with frames and monitor refresh rate. What was the conclusion of that video, Xerox? In a fighting game, even more so, all fighting games have to run at 60 FPS. J2 Cents did this experiment. The only thing the testers had a hard time differentiating was 144 to 200. Yeah, because you're talking about a very small... At that level, you're talking about a small difference of, like, the percentage difference is smaller, and it's so fast. Yes. People can only see 30 isn't even agreed on if you Google it. You get so many answers and articles stating that the agreed upon amount is constantly swapping. Where'd you get all this info? Yeah, Google it, mate. You honestly can't see the difference? You 100% can see the difference. Well, then, so now you're disagreeing with your original premise. Your original premise, you said the human eye and brain cannot register anything above 30 to 35. And now you're saying that you can see the difference. So I don't understand. 120 is far better than 60. Was what it was compared to. The flick snipe shots are better at a faster refresh. That's not surprising at all. You have more frames to work with. That doesn't surprise me in the least at all. that's lined up with all theory and hypothesis that people put forth about if you have more frames, you are going to have an advantage in certain circumstances with respect to like target acquisition, accuracy, bullet magnetism, aim assist, all of that. You're going to have certain percentages of advantage. Out of 200 frames, you're only going to see 30 to 35 at max for your brain. Yeah, that's not what we were talking about. If you again, see, so now you're just moving goalposts, and again, you're restructuring the argument. So this is not a good debate. You're not arguing in good faith. You make bold, big, broad assertions, claims when they're disproven. You just move the goalposts. So it's not worth arguing with somebody who lacks intellectual credibility and integrity. Exact frame rate is debatable between 60 and 240, but the human eye can detect differences in up to 1,000. So even if you can't see beyond 60 per se, you can detect the differences at least. I've been a bit let down in Horizon Forbidden West by the small rewards behind first fire gleam walls. I feel they clutter the map. Thoughts? Yeah, I mean, to a certain degree, you're going to have that, Cringe Master. It's just called filler. The question is filler okay? That's the first question. I think filler is okay. So then the second question is, how much filler is okay? I think Horizon Forbidden West hits just the right tone of filler. Just the right amount. You can certainly end up with way too much filler. Assassin's Creed Odyssey would be an example of that, in my book. It's just too much. What the frick is this? I think from my map clearing experience and my experience with the game, I think they have put in the right amount of filler in Forbidden West. I think it's okay. To answer your question earlier, the conclusion of the Linus video was that it did make a difference, that the higher frame rate did absolutely make a difference. Yeah, that's unsurprising. I'm not surprised by that. I cannot imagine playing a game at 30 FPS and trying to argue that like animations, iframes, target acquisition, all of that is just, it's equal. There's just no freaking way. There is literally no way. It's technically inferior. I don't think people are stupid. I do think a lot of peeps just regurgitate info they watch from a streamer. Regurgitating information like the talking points you've been doing about 30 FPS not being registered by the human eye or the human brain. Like that, as an example. Do you think that's like what you're doing? What you're saying about Horizon Forbidden West sounds great to me. Filler being good or bad in large part depends on how much you like the game in the first place. It gives me a Metroidvania feel. You get an ability, you go back to areas and can open up walls and stuff and get little, and get stuff. Get more currency, get little check boxes on the map. I think it feels good. You can now do all of the deep dives. I got the underwater breather, and I can go down into the water areas and get all the stuff. Swimming is atrocious in the game. I can't defend it. I can't. The swimming is so good in so many ways. Beautiful. Awesome environments. Super creepy to be swimming in the water with the big old dinosaurs. Wonderfully executed on all fronts, except for swimming as an action. It feels terrible. It feels genuinely terrible to swim around in the game. I think you're a little upset. So emotional projection, a common argument tactic used by people who have a weak argument, okay? And you should do more research before you try to call peeps out, okay? Well, we cited research. You're ignoring that. Hey, your stream, treat peeps how you want. Okay, So you've now projected a negative emotion onto me, which isn't present because your argument's weak. So you're trying to do basically like a subversive, under-the-radar ad hominem attack on me and telling me I should do more research. We pointed to, I think, 2 different things of research that have indicated higher frame rates are detectable, deducible by the human eye and the brain, and makes a difference in gameplay. So the chess match is over, brother. You're talking on your way out of the gymnasium. You've lost. You know what I'm saying? Like, You're running your mouth on your way to the losers bracket. This must be your first time here. This must be your first time here. Or you're trying to, unsuccessfully trying to get under my skin. You did not cite any research? Yeah, there was a Linus Tech Tips video, and somebody said they found something on, they found an article on Google that said that they found people could detect up to 200, but the difference between 144 and 200 was less deducible. 2 different things were cited by Chad. So, again, you've been bumped to the losers bracket. A lot of people read Google and believe everything. I own a PC and know the difference from 30 to 200, night and day difference. Right, there is also there's been some technical here. I mean, here's more argumentation in our corner. You're just regurgitating then. So when you tell somebody to do research and they cite research, you're going to call it regurgitating. So now you're moving the goalposts. You don't argue in good faith. You lack intellectual credibility. You lack intellectual honesty. You don't argue in good faith. You tell me to research. We've cited Linus Tech Tips. We've cited articles. I can cite one more thing. There's been at least 2 or 3 games in the last couple of years that had to update damage output on weapons as well as iframe mechanics because they were tied to frame rate. Higher frame rates affected those mechanics in the game because they are tied to how the game performs. Ergo, frame rate going up does have an impact on game fluidity and the player's performance. So that's now the 3rd thing we can cite. So you tell somebody to do research, they cite somebody that like, hey, this guy did tests, he made a video, this article tested to see if people could deduce the difference, they found that people could deduce the difference, and now I'm just regurgitating. So I'm supposed to set up my own lab, become a scientist, become an optometrist, and do my own tests so that I'm not regurgitating? You are weak, son. Weak. Extremely weak. No. Unhide. I unhid Ferryman. That was a misclick. East Coast Overlord was 6 months. Treat others how you want to be treated. This man has never been here. Lono is treating and arguing him with just the same. Dr. Lono on the case. Again, regurgitating the whole human eye can't see above 30 to 35 frames per second. It is laughably ironic. It's laughably ironic for him to regurgitate that talking point, and when we point to multiple cases where it's been determined that that is not true, he says that we're just regurgitating. It's got to be rough. It's got to be rough. It's got to be rough, man. Hang on a second. Yeah, probably. Wait. We might have a coffee order. Hang on. I was checking to see. No. Okay, here's what we're going to do. Let me take a brief break. I'm going to stretch my legs, use the restroom. Guys, continue to take that poll at the top of the chat. Continue to keep the conversation going. Elden Ring. Maybe talk about what class you're going to choose and why. We checked out the Samurai. We checked out the Confessor. We checked out the Prisoner. We checked out the Vagabonds today. We checked out the insane number of reviews. It was just crazy. It was crazy. All right. How many scores are just so high? All right. And make sure and smash the like button. Okay. Make sure you're subscribed. I usually love it when Lono gets to smack down on someone, but that particular debate on how many times the goalpost move was annoying. Yeah, goalpost moving is common. You got to smell it as soon as it happens. A $5 tip from Sven. Hello, sir. Thanks for the regurgitation this morning and every morning for getting me through my day quicker. Please keep up the great regurgitation. Regurgitate. He sounds like a Dalek. Regurgitate. Regurgitate. That was good. That was pretty funny. All these non-Doctor Who fans are like, what the frick are you talking about? All right, I'll be right back. I'm going to hit some ads, do all the things, support our sponsors, shirt command, display command, glasses command, order some coffee. That's not a sponsor. That's mine. That's a small family business you're supporting if you do that. I'll be right back. You might see some ads. We got more great stuff coming. Don't go anywhere. Oh, I'm back. A coup de papa. I've done the math on refresh versus I, and you, the guy in chat, is wrong. So stop arguing and learn something. Thank you for the $20 from a coup de papa. Don't be doing. Sorry, I was putting time out for saying facts. Okay. You're now just boring. Yeah, I'm out of timeout, so I can come back and passively insult streamer, audience, and then, I guess, copy pasta the same thing. Cool, man. Okay. Cool, bruh. Cool, bruh. I switched Windows to 165 and I couldn't go back to 60. I need those windows to move around real smooth. I'm back to enjoying the SmackDown. Nah, I'm bored with him. Lono's favorite game on there? What is it? Ghost Runner? Yeah. Oh, Tsushima Legends. Tsushima Legends is going to be on PlayStation March. PlayStation Plus for March. Dude, get it. Get it. Is Arcane viable in Elden Ring? It's really hard to tell. It's really hard to tell because you'd have to find a review that did that specifically. Hey chat, remember to like the video. Thank you, Peepo, for what is that? I don't know what that converts. I don't know what that converts to. Thank you, Peepo. 2,500 something. CLP, what is it? Chicken legs and potatoes. I don't know what it stands for. Enjoyed playing as a prophet in the Elden Ring network beta, if that helps. Yeah, the problem is the network test, they gave you stuff really early on that you weren't supposed to have. Do you know what I'm saying? It's a bad. I don't know if you can use that as an example. You got to be careful using the tech test because apparently it's a lot harder outside of the tech test. So I'm not saying that we have to throw out your feedback. It's just, well, from what we know, the tech test was kind of easy mode. We've had other trolls come in here and clean up their act when they got a fair shake. I think it's always great to give people a chance to be better, but just the one. That's generally how I've been approaching it, Zubair. We've got some people that are like members now that, you know, I gave them a little light jab and they kind of stuck around, and I kind of respect it. But there are people that you can tell that they're just going to be, persistently cantankerous, and it's like, yeah, I don't want to have somebody like that there. When I feel like someone's constantly either trying to provoke me or the chat, it's like you're not interested in dialogue, right? You're not interested in dialogue. You're interested in provoking. You're being, it's just it's disruptive. It's not a good conversation. That's why I say you're not arguing in good faith. You're not debating in good faith. Be bad and get tossed. I mean, people always say that. They're like, you time people out and ban people if they disagree with you. And it's like, no, I've never, ever done that in the history of this channel. We ban people that are rude and disruptive. I will literally sit here for 6 hours and debate with one person, and people tend to get annoyed by it. They get annoyed by it. They're like, bro, why are you debating this one person for such a long time? And I'm like, because it's a good debate. Remember Rami's? Yeah, we gave Rami's another shot, and they never came back. They opted not to. You know? Oh. Used to debate me for hours. Yeah, I had people that would like take passive swipes that like I had favorites. It's like I don't have favorites. I have people that I can trust when I start reading their paragraph that I'm going to get a good comment. You know what I mean? Like you start reading someone's paragraph, you want to know that it's like worth reading. Disney Plus will be the new homes for the network's Marvel shows starting on March 16th. Daredevil, Punisher, Jessica Jones, Luke Cage, Iron Fist, and the Defenders. I hope that means we get new seasons. Do you know what I'm saying? Some of those old Q&A after show debates were wild. I wish we disagreed about more stuff. Only time it got spicy around was anonymity on the internet and whether or no you should consider, not sucking. I was so agitated yesterday. I was in a fight and it was like not going my way. And Valiant was like, "Have you considered, getting good?" And I was like, that is so old. Like, I was genuinely annoyed. Yeah, I watched Hawkeye. I thought it was excellent. Not going my way, you mean losing? Yeah, I was losing. I'm out here trying to stun on chat like we ain't like schoolgirls DMing each other and giggling. What do you mean? Oh, yeah, the neighbor that lost 2 fingers. Oh, yeah, I remember that. He kept saying something about his neighbor lost fingers. And I was like, what the frick are you talking about, bro? I stopped doing it because you weren't having fun with it anymore. Well, it was fun with it when it was your thing, Zubair. It was funny because it was like everybody knew that Zubair was going to try and say it like once a fight, once a play session, right? But now it's like every time I'm playing a game, if I hit a hard part or I hit a failure or I hit a wall, somebody has to make that joke, and it's like, oh my gosh, it's so tired at this point. You know what I mean? If we were in high school, me and Lona would be the guys who rib each other and side point at some stuff and just start giggling. Yeah. We would just look at something and know why it's funny. Do you ever have a friend like that? Like somebody walks by and you just look at each other and you're just like, and you just start laughing. No words are said. Yeah. Zubair's joke turned into the Glimmer Cap joke. Yeah. It was a good run, no regrets. It was a good joke. You shouldn't have regrets. It was funny. Like, I thought it was funny. I thought it was funny. Live. Do that. Okay. The cheeseburger joke is that's the legend. That's the true legend. The cheeseburger joke is the legend. That's a moment. They are trying to sneak in under your radar. You had to realize it was only there after you'd already committed to reading it. Right. That's the thing. That was what made it funny, was you actively tricking me into reading it. Like, that's what made it funny. Is that element of it. When that element of it was in play, it was extremely funny. All right. Here we go. Link in chat. We're switching. Hey, thanks for clicking on the video. Going to be part 8 of Horizon Forbidden West gameplay today. And this video might be a little bit longer. We were trying to keep those play sessions shorter to about 2 to 2.5 hours. Today, we're just going to do one stream. We're going to just go the distance and try and get as much done with the main quest as possible. If you've been supporting this playthrough and this channel, thank you so much for hitting subscribe, the bell button, showing up for gameplay, and watching these. Let me end the stream and bring people over on the